Can you tell us any specifics about numbers? How much are you paying? What are you getting?
Unfortunately, we can't disclose the amount we're paying, but what we're getting is the customer base, the card holders, some technology, and also some of the employees as well, and to join Railsbank. The reason for that is one, to try and bring some stability back to the fintech market in the UK, because this has been quite a devastating situation. And we need to see if we can make sure we have an orderly market and get the confidence back again.
It is, Nigel, also a fairly opaque situation. Not exactly sure what went wrong and what the legal ramifications are going to be in the future. How do you avoid liability when assuming these assets for future legal risk?
Sure, that's a very good question. Well, most of the issues are in the Wirecard, what's called acquiring business. It's where you take cards in restaurants, on terminals, or online. And that is where most of the liabilities exist. The card issuing business, where you essentially print bits of plastic that people use, was only about 5% of the Wirecard business globally, and the UK was the largest percentage of that. And so that we believe that the liabilities are considerably less within the issuing business than they were in the acquiring business. How do we actually minimize that? We've bought the assets as opposed to buying the underlying equity. And as the underlying equity will, over the next few months, have an orderly shutdown.
Let me ask you about those assets, and specifically the technology, Nigel. How would you judge the quality or the competitive advantage of the technology you've acquired compared to competitors?
So we'll acquire a very, very small piece of technology. So in our total technology estate, it'll be about 2% of it. So that just gives us some operational efficiency internally. I think what the real advantage that we get is with the customer base and the card holders, because that puts us to be pretty much the #1 banking as a service provider across Europe.
Has as someone, a consumer who loves to foray into these fintechs versus traditional banking, I was a little bit put off by the whole Wirecard scandal, and I'm guessing a lot of other consumers were as well. Do you think this particular scandal, especially here in Europe, has set fintech's advantage back a little bit compared to Main Street brick and mortar banks?
Yeah, it's a very good question, and it certainly has. This is fintech's Enron moment in the industry. And one of the reasons we did step in was to try and bring our reputation in the industry. And if you look at people on our board, we have former US Fed and US Treasury members on our board. So to be able to bring stability to this. So if I was a card holder, I would be concerned. My message, though, is we're going to take this consciously, make sure everybody has a good outcome, and treat everybody with dignity to ensure that the confidence is back in the fintech arena as well. I've been in this industry since the 1990s. My first company was in 1996 when this internet thing appeared. The second one was Currency Cloud, was a big global foreign exchange business. So we've got some background that and the team's been with me since the 1990s. So I think we've got some credibility and reputation that can bring some confidence back. And I appeal to the cardholders, please bear with us. You are top of mind for us.